What's up, guys? It's Jeff from DETRAILERS, and if you're watching this video, you can cheer, yay! This must mean that DETRAILERS produced another awesome trailer system, and yes, we did. So this one's a 16-footer. It's a pressure wash, soft wash, spot-free rinse, tri-brid, actually, and it has some similarities over systems that we've built before, but it's also got some differences. The big one being that it's a tri-brid, which means that it's got kind of three systems in it. It's pressure wash, it's soft wash, and it's got a spot-free rinse system in it. I don't think we've done one like this with all three. I know we've done one with the pressure wash and the soft wash, but I don't think that one had spot-free. In fact, searching my memory banks, no, it didn't. And this one's really decked out nicer than the previous ones. This customer really wanted something. He wanted to be able to do many things. He had a lot of vision. He wants to be able to handle anything that comes his way. That doesn't mean he's going to be doing everything that this trailer has to offer, but he very well might be. But this one will do hot water pressure wash. It's a dual line system, proportion or soft wash system, and then it's got spot-free rinse. So when you're talking about doing fleets of vehicles, windows, big car lots, things like that, that's where the spot-free really comes into play. But let's just kind of go through it here. So the trailer itself, 16-footer, really finished out nicely. It's got the aluminum walls, it's got the insulated ceiling, love those LED lights, and then it's got the checkered floor, which I really like, which it's getting hard to find this material, the checker, so I don't know how many more we're going to be able to do like that. But at very least, we will be able to do a different type of heavy-duty linoleum. It just might not be the checker. But this one rides on leaf spring axles. It rides really, really nice and cushy. Electric brakes, of course, and it's white trailer with the blackout package. So all the what would be chrome or aluminum trim is all blacked out. It's just a really nice look. Love how the wheels looked on it. We tucked in the fenders on this one. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that yet because you've got the inner fender on the inside. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave that up to the customer. But let's work from the front to the back. So up front, we've got the spot-free system. The way that the spot-free system works is it works on demand. So you basically just throw valves between tap water and spot-free as you need it because you don't want to use spot-free for everything. This is a custom rack that we make. It's impossible to find an actual rack that will fit the trailer that fits the tank. So we have to fab that every time we do one of these systems. And then have it powder coated or painted depending on what color the customer wants to go with. That's a very secure rack, and the tanks can be easily removed for when you need to recharge them. Working back, our first culprit is the surfactant tank. So that is going to be your soap for your spot-free system. The bleach tank, or SH as it's properly called, is in the back, and we'll get to that in a minute. And then we've got the big daddy. This is the 8-gallon a minute pressure wash system. This one is set up as 8-gallon a minute, single line, 4-gallon a minute, dual line, belt drive pump, Honda power, battery for starting, of course. And then we have the exhaust pointed, goes right out the door. We had to modify that a little bit, but it goes right out the door. They burn pretty clean when the diesel's going, when the heater's going, but we've got a roof vent right above that, and we do a diverter. Kind of keeps the trailer clean. But whenever you're running hot, you should have the doors open anyway, just so it can ventilate. We've worked before with trying to do like a chimney through the roof, and that just presented all sorts of problems. This is actually a really good way to go. Like I said, they don't produce a lot of soot, so just keep ventilation in the trailer when you're running hot and you're good to go. 12 gallons of diesel, 12 gallons of gas. Do not get those mixed up. Yes, it happens, and I wish they had them set up some way differently, like on the opposite side, like the fill was over here for the diesel and over there for the gas, because it's easy to get mixed up. Don't make that mistake. This is a really strong unit. We've been using quite a few of these 8-gallon a minute units, kind of a workhorse. A lot of them we do go to the guys in the oil and gas industry. They are built to run and run and run. So that's that. Running down, you can see where the hoses go back to the hose reels. We do a pretty trick high pressure valving system, so you can switch between charging whichever reel you're using, and then we do a cold water bypass, so that when they're closed, it's still cycling water through the pump, keeping the pump nice and cool. Those are our tanks, stainless steel straps. We've got a valving system to switch between, keep them separate right now as a spot free, because the front one is your spot free tank, the rear one is your tap water tank, and you want to obviously keep those separate. But if you got a job where you needed to plumb them together, you could throw the valve and carry full spot free or full tap, just depending on whatever job it was you were doing. But just know, when you go back to spot free, you got to flush out the tap water out of your spot free tank. Common sense, right? Common sense. Look at that brand new duck sticker. Why do you duck? Because your skull does not like this. So, yeah, anyway, it's custom, very custom, isn't it? I should get something printed up with our logo on it. All right, let's keep going. So the proportioner system. So this is our 12-volt proportioner system that we put together, and they work really well. And you're probably saying, oh, 12-volt, isn't the battery going to die? Well, it's a good question, but we do a deep cycle marine battery, and we do a 7-gallon-a-minute pump, 12-volt, and they run quite a long time. And it's got a smart charger, and you can actually set these up so that they charge off your vehicle. But no, it's not like it runs for 30 minutes and goes dead. They will run all day, and then you just charge them up at night. Great, quiet, relatively economical system. We do the gas-powered units also, but they are really, they're, well, not really expensive, but they're a considerable cost, and sometimes the cost puts people out of their budget. So for me, if I was starting my soft wash business tomorrow, I would go with these. I really like how they operate. They're just a neat machine for doing the soft washing. This is your proportioner system. Bleach, that's the strong stuff. Your water and your surfactant, and everything is ran with non-collapsing hoses where they're needed, filters and what have you. This system will work and make you money. They're something that we started building about 7 years ago and just kind of refined it a little bit, but they work really good. All right, let's get to the business end of the trailer back here. So I call it the business end because these are where all your, hey, look at that shadow. These are where all your hose reels come out, and these are the tools. These are the end result of the tools that you're working with. So 200 feet of hot pressure wash, 200 feet of hot pressure wash, obviously. These are connected to the two valves you saw earlier. That's your soft wash hose, 250 feet of hose on there. And this is your fill hose. We do a really neat fill hose. The way we set it up, 100 feet of fill hose on it. And if you see right, if you see that thing right there, there is a automatic shut-off valve in that. So if it's filling up and it gets too full, it's going to shut that off and it won't overflow and flood out your trailer, which happens. So that's neat. Usually the guys pull up, depending on how much water they have or they're needed, they pull up to the property, hook that up first, get that going, and then get everything else peeled out. This is your surfactant tank. We do, I'm sorry. Come on, Jeff. Get it right. This is your bleach tank, your SH, and this is 80 gallons. And we do a really neat valve inside of them. You'll notice there's no fittings on the bottom of this because you don't want a fitting to start leaking bleach. You don't want somebody to kick one. And truth be told, the first units we did, we had fittings at the bottom. I don't know of any issues happening, but it kind of occurred to me late one night in a dream, and I woke up sweating, that you should have no valves on the bottom of those just because you're dealing with bleach. So there's a neat little filter in here that we make, and then you can see the pickup for it is right there, the pickup hose. These are your wands. You know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this trailer, but there's still a lot of room to add stuff on. If you wanted to put racks on the walls or, you know, gun holders or something like that, we kind of leave that up to the customer unless they ask us for it. Hey, there's the shadow again. So that's something, but there's, you know, there's metal uprights that are going through the walls that you can tap into if you need to. But I don't know, I just like this look, it's clean. Anyway, guys, So that's the system. And keep something in mind. Hey, DETRAILERS. Keep something in mind. Not only can we sell you an awesome system, and something so important, we're never going to try and oversell you. I have a conscience. I can't sell you something that I don't think you're going to use. I'll never try and talk you over your budget. We're really trying to keep people in their budget. But with that being said, over and above the system and the equipment, we can really help you get the business started. Isn't that important? You know, something I see so often is people say, oh, I can build my own trailer. And you know what? More power to them. But they spend all this time building the system and doing this and doing that. And hey, we're really saving money building our unit. They go to start the business, they fall flat. That's why you see a lot of used systems out there, a lot of like new used systems. One thing people don't take into account, yeah, it's important to, you know, build the right system for yourself, but do you know about starting the business? You probably don't. We do. We can help you get going. And our first talk with you usually is kind of about, one, what your budget is, but two, what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and then we kind of design around there. So anyway, I do all the quoting, I do all the designing. When you call us, ask for me. You can call us on the toll-free. Make sure to dial a 1-877-777-0077. Let's talk soon. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take